All right. So what do you do when they finally say yes? You do the sales call, you pitch the discovery project, and they say, yes, let's do that. You say, okay, wonderful. Here's how this is going to work. And you want to lay out the rest of the process for the discovery project. You want to let them know, okay, when this call's over, I'll send you an invoice. What's a good email address for it? And you'll send them an invoice via Stripe or Wise or whatever payment processing system you end up using. You send them an invoice. And then you say, okay, after I've sent the invoice for the upfront part of the payment, we're going to do a little bit of a research phase where I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions about your ideal target market. I'm going to want access to testimonials, access to the program I'll be selling or whatever, right? You're going to get you're going to gather the specific information you need to understand their business. You want to understand their target market, their avatar, their products themselves. You want as much data as possible. You're going to want their discovery story of the product. You're going to want testimonials. You want to collect all the ammunition that you need. So you're going to take 2 or 3 days and you're going to analyze that. You're going to really get to understand and do the research process. Then you're going to create a first draft. Right? You're going to tell them this, hey, I'm going to send you a first draft. It's going to be rough. It won't necessarily match your voice. That's the whole point of this first draft, is for us to go back and forth and go through a revision phase where I send over a Google Doc, you make comments, I make changes, we go back and forth until we get something that matches your voice and the goals of the thing. Now, this is really important. You want to manage the expectation here so that they know that there's going to be a revision phase. That's part of the purpose of a discovery project. Because if you just say, hey, I'll write some copy and first time out, it'll match your voice, it'll be something you like, and it's 100% going to work, it's a really difficult thing to actually make happen. It's better to say, hey, we're going to have a process here where we're going to go back and forth and fine tune the message so we make sure that it matches your desires, your goals, and your audience and your brand. Once the revision process is done, then you're going to do the launch. That's when they're going to either have their team put it on their email list or on their website, or you'll go in there and do that depending on what you guys negotiate. They're going to launch the project and it's going to get results. After the launch, you're going to want to have a review call. So that might be a week or 2 after you start the whole thing. You're going to want to book a call on their calendar where you review the project, review how it went, and review the results that you got. And that's generally when you're going to send that second invoice. And also, that's when you're going to pitch them on the next bigger and better project. So that's how you're going to run the discovery project. Once they say yes, you're going to go through a research phase, a first draft phase, a revision phase, and then a launch phase. And then you're going to want to have a review. You want to make sure that you book a call on their calendar to review the success of it, so then you can either change your discovery project to make sure that it gets them the results that they want, or if it went really well and they loved it, you can collect a testimonial and then move on to the next bigger and better project, the next step on that giant plan that you laid out during your original sales call.